Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When last we left off, we were here in Haldireth, traveling down along the Great River. Let's pull up the map here. At the very northern part of the zone, just south of LOTRO, you see the golden trees edging by right there. And we have gotten a couple of quests. One, to defeat orcs in Dunland. That's part of chapter 6. But also, we are going to do this gentle nudge. I found where it was that we were supposed to. As you remember, I told you. I went and looked it up. And there was a third Rohirrim fisherman on the bank. He was hidden. It wasn't really hidden, but he was behind some racks of fish. And for some reason, I could not see him at all. I saw the one in the boat, and I saw the one out hanging up fish, but I could not see the one that was kneeling down behind the racks. Even though I noticed when I was editing it, he showed up a couple of times. You could easily see him, but I just was not catching him. I wasn't looking for him, so I wasn't noticing him. You know, that's how it goes. It's kind of like whenever you're looking for your glasses and you're searching all over the house for your glasses, and you pick up that big boa constrictor laying on your kitchen table that you don't happen to notice. That was interesting how I made that circle there. You pick that big boa constrictor up off of the kitchen table that you don't happen to notice because you're looking for your glasses and forgetting that you don't own a boa. So where the hell did that come from? But you're so focused on your glasses. Not that anything like that's ever happened to me. I know exactly where that boa came from. Anyway, I hope everyone's been having a good one. I think the Spring Fest is still going on for another maybe day or so. Here we are. I knew it wasn't too far away. Let's ride on down here. This is the guy right here. You see him? I saw him. And I saw them. I did not see this one right here, no matter how much I was looking. So, why don't we get over here? Let's go ahead and target them. Let's get over here and find a good place to hide. Okay? And now we are going to do the whistle. Whoa, what was that? The fisherman's nerves seem shaken. Alright, we need to wait a few moments. It gives us a countdown. From a hiding place, mumble at the nearby fisherman to scare him. The fisherman seems frightened. These woods just aren't right. From a hiding place, roar at the nearby fisherman to scare him. The fisherman trembles with fear. Or the witch of the golden wood. Could it be her? From a hiding place, clap at the nearby fisherman to scare him. That seemed to do the trick. Oh, whatever horrid forest spirit haunts this place, please leave me be. I will leave here, I promise you. Okay, now we need to find the elf outpost of Haldireth. We can do that since we are heading back that way. Strange that it would send us to that instead of sending us back up that way to the elf that gave us the quest. We're going back over here to Haldireth, so that's cool. I was wondering if we were going to have to wander back up toward Lothlorien. We just came back from there. I had to go and do a little inventory maintenance. I was expecting to go into my vault and have to do a lot of stuff in there, but I managed to... Which one am I trying to pull up? I'm trying to pull up my inventory, aren't I? Look at there. I had that much space in my vault that was just sitting there between empty spaces and spaces where I had stuff that was could be stacked up. Took care of quite a bit there, didn't it? Okay. Now, are you the one I need to talk to? Noriel. You're the one that I need to talk to about... Were you the one that was on the riverbank? I bet you were, weren't you? Noriel has retreated to the elf ruins. Yep, you were the one on the riverbank, down the path. That's why she didn't have a name. They can reuse the models like that.
How can I be of service?
I think it is much better if the Rohirrim find these lands haunted. Do you not agree? They will not disturb us again for 2, maybe 3 generations. Then perhaps we will have to frighten them away again once more. Okay, very good. And as you see, there's silver tokens of the Anduin. That is the barter coinage from down this way. Okay, what is it we're needing to do here? Ah, it's because I came out that door? No, I came out this side, didn't I? Because I rode out this way past the reflecting pool and all. That's why it seemed like it took me forever to swing back around. Okay, so we need to defeat orcs in Thinglad. Let us go ahead and pull it up. We got this quest from Fimloth, and it's been a little while, so let's take a look. There's a camp of elves not far from here in Thinglad. It is an outpost from which my people watch for threats from the south. It is called Halderith. If you wish to know what's happening along the river, it's a good place to start. Present yourself to Fimloth and ask her for tidings. Let's see. Ask you to seek news, blah blah. Where are we at? You should return to Fimloth Halderith and give her the orc arrow news of the slain scout. Remember, we went out looking for the scout. And now we need to find the orcs. So we are going to go forth. It looks like, it was nighttime when I started. It's actually dawn. Great timing. Wonderful. Okay, let us see if we can find some orcs. Let us hunt some orc, as they would say. There's some impressive trees here. They're not quite... I wonder if they're supposed to be like dead Malorn. I mean, they've got that Malorn look to them, but they're not very lively, are they? That's what I'm wondering, and it looks like these may be young Malorn. I'm wondering if that's what the story is going on here. They got these are the southern edges of maybe the southern edges of Lothlorien that are no more, because the powers that be and time is just getting to the point where they cannot maintain them anymore. The world is just getting too dark and too evil. Something to think about. Something to think about. Alright, there's an orc right up there. Let's go ahead. Let's go into hiding. Let's walk up here. And then y'all know the routine. Although we haven't done it in quite a while, we are going to come up and we're going to stab him in the butt. It has been a while since we did that, hasn't it? Nice. Okay, that's 1 of 8. Let's keep looking around for some. There should be plenty around in this area. Oh, it's nice to be up here and hunting like a burglar once more. Come on, orky, orky. Orky, orky, orky. Where you at? Oop, we're up into the Wailing Hills now. I don't think that would count for Thinglad, do you? There we are. I'm gonna go back into crouching. I can tell you one thing I've noticed is that wandering around in these forests, I remember back in the days of EverQuest, I'd be wandering around like this. I would be scared crapless because of all the stuff in the forest and getting lost. You know, those things where getting lost and getting killed by high-level mobs is a real danger. Nowadays, just not so much. Okay, we're going to keep hunting orc. When we get closer to having our 8 hunted down, I will let y'all know. I also want to zoom in, and probably on the last fight, I'll zoom in and show y'all the model, because I always love the models. I always love the models of the mobs. It's been very nice how they've been managing to... There we go. We'll look in on this one. Been very nice how they've been managing to differentiate between the various orc and goblin tribes in the world, with the armor and all that they do. How about we find weakness? Let's distract them. And let's stab him in the butt. You have discovered the old burrows. Yep. See, that one's got a look all to its own between the color of its skin and the detail on the armor and all. Nice how they do that. Okay, and in the meantime, it looks like we have a travelogue to do. I am thinking this place right in there with all the wargs traveling around in it is probably the old burrows. So we will do a travelogue entry here, and then I will join back up with y'all whenever we get to our next 6 orcs. The old burrows. The den, long abandoned by its former inhabitants, has been lately reclaimed by vicious wargs. Alright folks, it did not take long at all to tear through these orcs because we were able to find a camp of them right here. We'll go ahead and pull it up. These are Dunland skirmishers. You see where we are right there? A ways to the southeast of the Thingland place here. These are slightly different than the Thingland orcs that we were seeing up there. The Dunland skirmishers and all. Little bit different armor, subtle differences, but nice. And there we are. We've defeated the 8 orcs. Let's get on out of here, head back on up to the stronghold. Boy, they respawn quickly here, so that would be a good place to... All along the path here, that would be a very good place to go hunting orcs. Because it seems like they want to hang out pretty well in that area. Okay, where are we going? Yep, see, not far from the gates of Thingland at all. Go on in, let them know what we have accomplished. There we go, Fimloth.
I thank you for the help.
Book 6, Chapter 6, Downriver Dangers. I thank you for the help. The orcs must pay for the heartache they have caused us, though the debt be larger than the worth of their own lives. I sought to engage this woman you travel with in conversation, but she is slow to trust and slower to friend. I will not ask you to divulge any of your shared mysteries to me, but it is a curious thing. She bears a sword of the Rohirrim horse lords. Her folk have long been in enmity with their people, have they not? If she slew the sword's owner, you may find your path through this land made more difficult. The men of Rohan are not quick to forgive. She wished to speak with you when you return. So let us talk to Nona. Hello, Nona. What's up with you, my dear?
I am worried. My people have never gotten along with the horse lords.
This elf is giving me something to think about, Gnarlo. I am worried. My people have never gotten along with the horse lords, and it seems they have a large outpost just to the south. We will need to go that way if we are to learn the reason behind your dream.
I will travel with you to this village.
Ooh, did I make it? Yep, I thought I was going to. There's the white tree. Made it to level 78. Oh, nice. Okay. A ding to level. Chapter 7, Enemies of Old. The outpost of the horse lords is south of here, in Erosmid, and it is called Stangard. I would travel with you to this village if I must, but heed my warning. They will bear no love for me, nor I for them. I will stay my hand and my tongue for your sake, but I will suffer no insult from the Forgol. Let us learn what we may from their outpost, and then leave quickly. So talk to Afik. Assuming that's the person we need to speak there at the outpost. Let's see, Stangard, is that the name of it? Let's take a look at our map. Yep, I'm thinking Stangard may be the place to go next. So there's the old burrows. We're just going to come out of here, head straight to the south until we get to Stangard. Okay, so let us mount up. I'm sure Miss Nona there, she will find her own way. Find her own way through the forest. She is real good at that. Very good at managing and to keep up keep up with us and usually beat us to the location. I wish I could ride a horse as fast as she could run. She's usually well settled in by the time we get there. Now, let's head on this way. We will continue basically as a travel log type ride, since we haven't been down this way. Literally haven't been down this way. Still wondering about all these big dead trees and all the little golden trees in between them and all. Whether these, like I said, is this a outpost of Malorns? Are these little Malorn trees that will never have the centuries and millennia required to grow up into the great massive adult monstrosities of their parents, wherever the nut seeds? I'm trying to remember what it was that Samwise got from Galadriel. Was it like a kind of a silvery nut, I think it was, is that thing. Kind of like an acorn or something that he received from Galadriel in the little box of garden dirt. Alright, I'm thinking this quite different place from that right there. Yeah, that's definitely what that is. Because you look at it and see, I mean, that looks so much like Lothlorien just without the canopy. So those must be dead and dying Malorns there that have just had a hard time weathering the storm of the coming darkness. And look at the mountains, look at the canopy of the trees of Caras Galadhon way in the back. Okay, let's head on up this way. Yep. We have got another Errolsmead Explorer Standguard. Alright, so we've got another travelogue entry. We have discovered Standguard.
Friend of the Rohirrim.
We will grab the stable master. We will come out here and talk to Afik right quick. And then we will do another travel. See, there you go. I told you, she is a quick little thing. She has got to have some like seven league boots or something.
Who is this woman? Why does she carry a sword of my people?
Who is this woman? And why does she carry a sword of my people? You are a long way from home, stranger, and in the company of a Dunlanding warrior witch. I do not like it. Afik glowers at you, his heavy-lidded gaze suspicious. This outpost may be beyond the borders of Rohan, but the law of Theoden King holds, and I cannot allow this warrior witch to pass unchallenged. Take that Rohirric sword from her and present it to Horn atop Standguard, and see what he thinks. He is young, but in matters of swordcraft and history he is unrivaled. If he believes this woman is no threat, I will allow her to enter. Otherwise, she must remain outside the walls. Oh Lord, is this going to be like a repeat of the Goldenwood issue with Gimli?
I will let you carry the sword, but do not let any of these men touch it.
So I was a little afraid there was going to be like a repeat of Gimli, but like, I will not go forth blindfolded. I will kill all of them first. I will let you carry the sword, but do not let any of these men touch it. This weapon may be the result of their swordcraft, but it is theirs no longer. Now it is the sword of my brother Wadu, and the chain of its heritage has been severed and made anew. Wadu's ghost wields it now. Nona studies you closely. Take it from this bag of my belongings. Bring it to this man Horn atop the village, but heed my words. Let none but you touch it, and return it to me when he is satisfied. Oh, Lord. This one of those things where we're going to have to go, do you hand the sword over or not? Alrighty. Yes, that is quite the sword there. Nice. I haven't actually been able to hold it before, so I haven't... It's a little nicked and dinged up, but I haven't been able to hold it before, so... It's cool to actually see it up close and see the golden horse head on the side. Okay, let's see if we can get all the way up to the top of the hill, I assume, where a Horn is supposed to be. And then we will do our travelogue entry. And then we will check and see. I think we are getting close to the 20 or 25 minute mark, or we should be. And we will put this one in the bag as well. Alright. It's nice to know wherever you go, Rohirrim architecture is pretty much the same. Good lord, this is an outpost? They spent this much time building an outpost? Apparently they were planning on being here for a while. They've even built a fountain or whatever right in the middle of town. Okay then. Alright, are you Horn? You are Horn. No, you can't hold the sword. Ooh. Aren't you a cutie? I bet you have all the Rohirrim women swooning after you.
Welcome to Starngard, such as it is. What is this sword you bear?
He reaches out for it, but you shake your head and keep it in your hands. He laughs quietly, and you tell him briefly of Nona, Wadu, and the sword. I see. This is a Rohirric sword, but it is old. Very old. It strikes a memory in me, but I cannot place it. I wonder if it was fashioned before Errol the Young came out of the Northlands. He seems to reach a decision. I want to show you something. Return this curious weapon to your friend at the gate with my regards, and tell her she is welcome to enter the village. I do not think either of you are our foes. Then meet me outside town by the cut stand. It is a large statue of two figures located along the Wailing Hills, west of Stangard, and I think you should see it. All right, very well. We will take Nona's sword back to her, tell her that none have touched it but I, and that she is free to come and go about the village as she will. Although I wouldn't be surprised if she remained standing right down there. Wouldn't be surprised if she remained standing like right there either. We'll have to see where she pops up to whenever they give her free passage. And it's also one of those times where it would have been nice to have a piece of that. What was the Farmer's Fest? Piece of the cake or piece of the pie that gave you the fast running speed? That would be real nice. Let's get this back to her, and then let's do our travelogue entry right quick.
I have permission to enter? I will remain outside.
This village smells too much of horse and false dealing for me. Thank you for returning Wadu's sword to me, Gnarlo. I knew I could trust you. I am not so certain of these others.
You meet this man Horn at the Kustan. I will search elsewhere.
Chapter 8, Stone of Friendship. I have no interest in this town, Gnarlo. These folk are the same as their brethren elsewhere, and I have nothing helpful to tell us. I will seek the meaning of your dream in the wild. You meet this man Horn at the Kustan. I will search elsewhere. Where did he say it was? The Wailing Hills to the west. Take care of yourself, Gnarlo. Horn may seem to be a friend, but his people are treacherous, and he will prove no different. Keep him at the length of your arm. Okay, so we're going to have a few things here for this one. Let me get the travelogue done here of Stangard. We will take care of that right quick. And then we will travel to the west and see if we can find the Stone of Friendship. So I will be right back with you. Stangard. You have discovered the great Rohirrim settlement of Stangard, the North Watch of Rohan. You find it is a bit shabbier than you expected from so great a town. Okay, travelogue entry out of the way. Let us go and see if we can find this Stone of Friendship to the west of us here in the Wailing Hills. Where might it be? Where might it be? They look like so many different possibilities. It would seem the biggest problem I have these days is being able to tell the difference between east and west. We were way over there to the south, southeast whenever we were supposed to be to the west. You see that? I'm thinking that little statue picture right up yonder. So this one right here. So we are getting a little swim up the limelight here. And then we are going to see if we can find a place to climb back up on the bank. And then see if we can't find that statue he wants somewhere right up in that area. As I said, as soon as we can find a place to get out of the limelight here. This is right about the time that we pass the outpost right about there. This river got really foggy and the spooky kind of light coming here. May explain why they call it the limelight. And if this is the limelight, I'm thinking that there is maybe Fangorn Forest. Could that be it? Could we be approaching Fangorn over here? It's definitely a possibility. But once again, we're going to try to get out and then head just about due north and see if we can find that statue right there. And it looks like we should be getting up on some less cliff-like walls here that we'll be able to get out of. Looks like some more. Ooh, are those Rohirrim building or are those orcs building stuff there? Don't know, but we've actually hit shallow enough that we can run, haven't we? And if it's shallow enough that a hobbit can run on it, it's pretty damn shallow. Those are orcs, aren't they? Yes. Morhai scouts. It looks like maybe this is maybe part of Saruman's treachery. Are they trying to dam the limelight there? Makes me think so. Okay, that is definitely an orcish camp. Look at the totems there. So we are going to see if we can go on past it. We are not in the mood to hunt orc this morning. We have a mission. We need to come up here and see if we can find Horn at this particular statue he wants us to come across. God damn it. Oh, tangled up in these folks. That better be a way out of here. That better not be a dead end. That's all I can say. Let's see if we can get there, or are we getting boxed into a box canyon here, or are we going to be able to get out of this particular little section? We might have to go back around the other way. Ooh, we might be able to fight our way up through that part. Let's see how it goes. There's the Rohirrim settlement again. Let's see if we can get through there. It looks like it has turned into a box canyon, and we're just going to get boxed in here. Let's see. Can we get it? Yep. All right. We're going to go back the other way. We're going to have to go up the other pass, the big wide one that you saw that looks like it went right through the main orcish settlement over there. And once we've done that, we will rejoin you once again. So I'll see you once we get over there and start topping that hill. We are back in the area of the dam right down there, just up from the limelight. We are going to see if we can climb on up this hill, stealth our way through the settlement, on our way up from the river that we should never have been swimming in the first place. Teach me to pay attention to directions, and B, pay attention to the map. This one, as much as I may moan and complain about the fact that sometimes the directions and instructions in some of these quests that they give you in the game may be a little bit obtuse to the point of being wrong, this one is entirely my fault. I headed out of the Rohirrim settlement and in the entirely wrong direction. Yep, there's the two statues I think I'm looking for. Very nice indeed. Wonder if the Rohirrim created this. Are they in the process of trying to copy some of what the Gondorans have been up to? Let's see. Okay, how do we get up this hill now? How about we go this way? Yep, looks good. Follow the path, always a good idea. Yeah, Yeah, I'm wondering, is that Fanghorn there? Let's zoom in a little bit on me. Is that like the beginning stretches of Fanghorn Forest over that way? That would, I believe, be where the Limelight originates from and comes out of. Let's head on up this way. Yep, we got a new milestone. I love how the milestones at this point change, you know. Once you leave the cut stands, and now we've got another travelogue entry. Okay. How once you get here, you know, the Rohirrim, you start getting these big wooden horse-carved totems that become your milestones. Just like when you get down to Gondor, you start having the big stone fountains and things that become your milestones. Okay, let us get a travelogue entry on the cut stand right quick. Then we will go and speak of this quest with Horn, and then I think we will call this an episode. So we will see you in just a moment. The cut stand. The Stone of Friendship, where Sirion, the steward of Gondor, and Earl, the first king of Rohan, met on the battlefield as victorious allies. The monument commemorates their oath of friendship and service. Alright, judging by the travelogue entry there, it looks like this wasn't a copy of a Rohirrim copy. It looks like this is something that the Gondorans and the Rohirrim built themselves, created. Probably a Gondoran work with the aid and assistance of the Rohirrim. Let's get out this way a little bit and take a look here. As they say, this monument. Ooh, nice view out across everywhere, isn't it? This monument to the friendship between the Gondorans and the Horse Lords. Very nice. Okay, let's find Horn. Let's wrap this episode up here. That's definitely the Gondoran on the right. That is not the kind of armor you ride on a horse. Not on the kind that they're carrying anyhow. Is this you, Horn? Yeah, looks like you. What are you up to, pretty boy?
I am glad you have come.
I am glad you have come, Gnarlo. I wanted to speak with you here, away from the prying eyes and listening ears of Stangard. There are friends in the village, but it is my worry that not all its men have the best interest of Rohan in its hearts. The garrison at Stangard consists of men who had no other place in Rohan, for those who commit crimes but otherwise remain loyal to the king. They perform a length of service determined by the king's order, and upon its completion their past transgressions are forgiven. My story is no different, Gnarlo, but my heart burns for Rohan. I see it threatened on all sides, and worst of all, I fear the greatest danger comes not from without, but within. I have seen... Horn stopped suddenly. Someone comes. Quickly, hide behind the stone over there and see if it is a friend or a foe. Hide behind the stone over there. Am I this one? Is this the one I'm trying to hide behind? Is it this one? Ah, the one that says large stone. Is that the one? Let's click on it. Hiding. Ooh, prowling orcs. What was the point in hiding? If they were just going to appear and start attacking me. That wasn't very fair. Wasn't very fair at all. Nice pretty orcs, though. Such as they are. Down he goes. Okay. Go back and talk to Horn again. You seem to have an infestation problem. You might want to call Orkin or Terminex.
I am worried by the increased number of orcs that move alongside the river.
That was well done, Gnarlo. I am worried by the increased number of orcs that move alongside the river. They have been coming down from their holes in the misty mountains in great numbers of late. But they are not the only danger we face. There are 2 shallow crossings across the great river. 500 years ago, a tribe of Easterlings crossed into northern Gondor by the northernmost of these undeeps. The steward of the land knew that he did not have the men to repel them. He sent messengers into the north to ask for aid, but it seemed none could arrive in time to save Gondor. The sound of approaching feet once more seizes Horn's attention. We have another visitor, Gnarlo. Hide behind that other stone and see if it is another orc. Let's hide behind the other stone, okay. You weren't expecting the Hobbit Inquisition, were you? Defeated the searching orc. Can we continue your story now? We're running out of stones to hide behind.
You are quite an ally, my friend.
You are quite an ally, my friend. Where was I? Yes, I remember now. The steward of Gondor sent an urgent plea to the northern peoples, but the Easterling tribe passed across the river before any help arrived. But when all hope seemed lost, a new force arrived on the field of Celebrant, the ancestors of my people, led by Earl the Young. They destroyed the Easterlings, and in thanks the steward of Gondor gave them the land of Calenarthorn to dwell in, which is now called Rohan. Calenarthorn. I actually think I pronounced that pretty close, Calenarthorn. This statue was later erected as a sign of the friendship between the Erlingas and the men of Gondor, and my people have watched the crossing of the great river ever since. Horn looks up at the statue and is quiet for a time. I think the sword your Dunlanding friend carries was at that battle, Gnarlo. I cannot be sure, but I feel it to be so. Why has it come back? We should return to Stangard. The air grows chill, and we can talk more when we return. But remember what I have said.
I will meet you back at Stangard.
Okay. Alright, we are going to meet back at Stangard. We are going to stand here in the shadow of the Stone of Friendship. We are going to introduce you, just like we tend to introduce all the peoples we come across. We're going to introduce you to the fine art of smoking pipeweed. Hope y'all have enjoyed it. This episode went on for a while there. I wasn't expecting to get quite so caught up in the story and for it to kind of continue rambling along. But we did have a few interruptions there, didn't we? We will see you next time. Thanks for coming along. Bye-bye.